Hello folks, this is your Superintendent Aaron Johnson with the weekly reopening report. This week we're going to switch it up a little bit, and rather than telling you some of the updates from across the district, we're going to show you. So what you're going to have here is a video of some of the frequently asked questions regarding our practices and procedures from across the district. Later on in the next couple of weeks, expect follow-up videos with more details from the building level, from the building principals and our Director of Information. So if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to contact my office or any of the building administrators. And I hope everybody's doing well. We look forward to seeing your students back in school with us very soon. Thank you. So here we are in one of our elementary school classrooms. As you can see, the desks are placed at least 6 feet apart. I'm seated as a desk as a student would be during normal instruction. During instructional time, I'm going to keep my mask on if I'm a student. We're working with our staff to develop certain durations and common understandings around how often we'll offer masking breaks. That's been a frequently asked question by parents. And as we do that, we'll be kind of calibrating ourselves when we come in for the first 4 days of professional development as staff. And as we implement masking breaks, it'll look something like this. Students will take their masks off. It'll be during an independent learning task. They won't be talking like I am, and they'll keep their mask off for 2 or 3 minutes. So here I am today in an all-purpose room in one of our elementary schools. We've had some questions around what a classroom would look like in this space. As you can see, we have the individual student desks here. A consideration that families asked us to make is around the sound in here. You can see that we do have the sound absorbing panels around the outside of the all-purpose room. We're also adding some sound absorbing materials like these carpets on the floor, and we're looking into other ideas to help with that and just making sure that our students have the optimal learning environment for them in this space. So here we are in one of our middle schools. As you can see, the classrooms are set up very similar to what you saw in the elementary schools. The desks are physically distanced, but again, that doesn't mean that our students will be socially distanced. They'll still have interactions within the classroom and, during the instructional period. I just want to make note of this because there's been a few questions. Students are going to be allowed to use the playgrounds for recess. They will have to remain masked because while they're using the playground, they're not going to be able to maintain their physical distance. We do recognize that some students will want to take off their masks. For those students, they're going to work with their teachers and with the building principal, and we'll have areas set up off to the side that are distanced where the students can have some independent play, remain physically distanced, and not put themselves in jeopardy. I also want to just remind parents that when students come out to the playground, they're going to sanitize their hands or wash their hands. They're also going to do that when they go back into the building as another added layer of protection. So here we are in the IHS cafeteria. As you can see, we've taken out the communal tables that students are used to and replaced those with individual desks for student safety. All of these desks are physically distanced, but that does not mean that the students have to be socially distanced as they dine. They can still talk with their friends, and they can sit in desks that are in a certain area together without moving the desk so that they can enjoy lunch and have conversation together. So here we are in the hallway. As you can see, it has tape on the floor to designate where students will walk. There's 6 feet of separation in the middle of the hallway. And the saying that we're going to use this year for students as they're walking about in transition is mask on tight, shoulders to the right.